What is going on, everybody, and welcome to episode 16 of this Monsters Backyard Baseball series. And we are finally in the Ultra Grand Championship of the Universe. I'll be calling it the World Series from now on, against the Minty Pickles. And in in the last episode, we took on the Gravies in that series. And again, like the Gravies, we know nothing about the Pickles. So this is going to be one of these things where we'll learn about our opponent the more that we play them. Again, no innings pitched, so going to go ahead and change this. I am going to go back to my original commentary of going play-by-play instead of trying to chop it up here for the series. We started out going play-by-play, so we'll finish going play-by-play. We have Pablo Sanchez on the mound now for us, and the World Series is underway. We get Lucy Dunkel, or Julie Dunkel, excuse me, swinging and missing for strike one. The pitcher for the Minty Pickles against the Monsters, and Sanchez has her down 0-2 early. Sanchez looking for a strikeout. He struggled against the Gravies last series, and he gets the strikeout there. Gets the first batter he sees in the World Series caught looking, and he has a new pitch available to him on 3 straight pitches. Now Stan Olafson puts this one in play. Jocinda's running and makes the dive. So great play for Jocinda Smith, capitalizing on another huge outing against the Gravies. Now Zion Estrada, the second baseman for the Pickles, up to bat now. First pitch is a ball, so 1-0 the count. And Sanchez now gets his signal. The right hook, ground ball. Who has it? Pablo has it. He's going to take it himself for out number 3. The Pickles go 1-2-3 in the top of the first inning of the World Series. The Monsters up to bat. And we will lead with Kenny Kawaguchi, the catcher/pitcher. He's hitting .357 in the playoffs so far. And maybe we'll trade him out. We'll just have to see. First pitch swinging down the right field line. Gonna drop, and he is going to be safe at first. Close play, but he is safe. So leadoff man on for Pete Wheeler, who's been lining it up on the base paths for the Monsters. .733 hitter in the playoffs. Looks at ball 1. Bottom of the first, no score. Runner on first for the Monsters. The 1-0. Just caught the corner for strike 1. And the count is even at 1-1. Here's the 1-1 now. Pete's going to put this one in play and splits the second and first baseman. He's going to be safe on first. Kenny's safe on second. First 2 batters up for the Monsters are on base. And we have Stephanie Morgan up to bat. Maybe she can drive in a run. She's hitting .571 in the playoffs. And overall in the season looking to solidify a good season. Again, right to where Pete was. Pete's going to be safe on second. Kenny's going to be out on third. But Stephanie is on first. So 1 out now for the Monsters. And Pablo Sanchez, who's he is white hot. Hitting .923. First pitch swung on. Left field line. Gonna drop. Pete's going around third and head home. Stephanie trips on the bag at second. She's going to head to third. And Pablo's going to head to second. And Stephanie is going to be out at third. That slip up cost her there, but a run does come across. Now we have Keisha Phillips. She's been sketchy in the field, but she has hit extremely long home runs here. First pitch swinging again. Pablo sees the ball dropping. He's going to run. Keisha rounds first, heads to second, and Pablo's going to round third and head home. And just like that, they trade places. The Monsters lead 2-0. Like they did all season long with 2 outs, we do damage. Scoring another run. Now we have Ahmed Khan. He's been white hot as well, hitting .866. Puts this ball in play. Dead center, and it is caught, unfortunately. We get 2 runs across the board, though. At the end of the first inning, it is the Monsters 2, the Pickles 0. Pablo looking to continue a good first inning. He only threw 6 pitches. Henry Deshays puts down a bunt. Pablo throws it to Ahmed in time for out number 1. Just like that, 4 up, 4 down for the pitcher for the Monsters and Pablo Sanchez. Now Zena Fromm, the third baseman for the Pickles, first time up in the series. She chops it past Pablo to Stephanie, who rifles it in time to Ahmed for out number 2. And now we have 2 quick outs for Pablo, although he misplayed that ball here. Now Jay Green, the catcher for the Pickles, looking to get on base. Something the Pickles haven't been able to do this the first 5 batters, and he looks at strike 1. Now here comes the 0-1 pitch from Sanchez. High and outside for ball 1. 1-1 the count now, 2 down, top of the second. The Pickles trail the Monsters 2-0. And here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And now it is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Put into play. Ahmed has it. Pablo's covering first and in time for out number 3. So the Pickles go 1-2-3 in this inning as well. And we lead 2-0 after an inning and a half, with Tony, Jocinda, and Amir coming up to bat. Tony Del Vecchio, he had a good divisional series against the Gravies. Looking to continue that. He swings and misses for strike 1. He's a .533 hitter in the playoffs. Still working on that lollipop. And he looks at strike 2. I don't know what he was looking for, but Julie Dunkel was able to trick him there. Quickly 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And we strike out for the first time of the day. Now Jocinda, who is performing well, not up to her usual standard, but still going well. She's at .461 in the playoffs. Again, only 3 playoff games, hitting .461. She's on fire. And now the 0-1. She puts this one into play, and it's going to get down. Jocinda, this is going to go all the way to the wall. Jocinda's going to stay on first. Now she's going to try for second, and thinks wisely of it, and is safe on first. So we pick up a power-up hit on that one, and it's going to be the undergrounder. Why not use it with Amir? He's struggling, hitting .285 in the playoffs. Slow-mo pitch, and we successfully hit the undergrounder on a slow-mo nonetheless, and that's going to be a ground roll double for Amir. So now we have runners on second and third with 1 out. And let's see, we still have the undergrounder, so Kenny going to get a little bit of help. And he does put it in play. Jocinda's going to head home. Amir's going to head to third. And this one bounces off the top of the wall. Kenny rounds first, heads to second. Amir trips on third and has to stay there. But Jocinda does come around to score. So pick up an RBI for Kenny Kawaguchi. And now it is 3-0. And we still have the undergrounder going for us. Pete looking to continue to be white hot. Swings and misses for strike 1. And yeah, I figured we wouldn't keep that too much longer. We do line this into right field for a base hit. Amir's going to come in to score. Pete's going to be safe on first. And now Amir indecisive, but gets back to third safely. The bases are loaded for for Stephanie Morgan. Again, hitting .600 on the playoffs. So she's looking for a big-time home run here in the World Series. That one is fouled straight back for strike number 1. Bottom 2, 1 out. Bases are full of Monsters. This one is popped up, and the infield fly does come into effect. So Morgan is automatically out. Runners return to the base. And it's not terrible because now we have Pablo Sanchez up to bat. And he's going to look at ball one. The pitcher is hitting .928 in the playoffs. And that is including that double that he had in the first inning. Swings and misses on that one. And now it is 1-1 with 2 outs. Bases are loaded. Pitcher against pitcher. And that is called low for ball 2. 2-1 now on Sanchez. The 2-1. Low and inside for ball 3. 3-1 the count for Pablo. 3-1. Swung and missed, and the count runs full. And now everybody's going to be in motion. Full count, 2 outs. Bottom 2, the Monsters already lead 3-0. Let's see what Pablo can do. And he's going to take ball 4 just low. And Amir is going to score on the walk. Pablo to first. And now it is 4-0 for Keisha Phillips. Again, huge stick against the Gravies. Defensive liability. Let's see if she can do something here. She looks at ball 1. Dunkel is struggling now to find the strike zone. Here's the 1-0. Keisha pops it up, and with a 9-player outfield, flies out. We do get 2 across the board, though, with 9 hits. And now we have Colleen Klinker for the Pickles. Grounds this one, and it is gonna just go foul. Just past the chalk line, and Colleen goes back to the plate and swings and misses at strike 2. Top of the third now, Monsters lead 4-0. Pablo pitching great as that one is fouled away, and definitely rebounding off of his struggles against the Gravies. Again, big time lights for Sanchez. And he strikes out Klinker for out number 1. Now we have Leah Wayne stepping up for the first time today. Wayne swings and misses for strike 1. And Pablo picked up his second strikeout, and we'll get another slow-mo pitch. Here's the 0-1. Swung and missed for strike 2. 0-2. Looking to get another strikeout here. Pablo only on 18, now 19 pitches. And does get back-to-back strikeouts. And now Chad Kopel is up. Kopel looks at strike 1. And now at 20 pitches, Pablo does have the juice power-up available when needed. High and inside, swung on and missed for strike 2. And Sanchez looking for the immaculate inning. He's going to go with the slow-mo pitch. And just inside, jinxed him there on the immaculate. But now looking for his pitch. Swung on and missed, got the strikeout regardless. 3 up, 3 down, and Sanchez is through the order 1 time. Now we have Ahmed Khan up to bat for us here on the bottom of the third. Leading 4-0, Ahmed looks at strike 1. Again, hitting what? Him, Keisha, and Pablo are white hot when it comes to the playoff baseball. And the Pickles play accordingly, and he flies out. Now DeVecchio looking to put this ball into play. He struck out his first at-bat. All the way back in the first inning, looks at ball 1. Julie Dunkel at 30 pitches here, bottom of the third. Tony puts this one in play. Just a dribbler back to the pitcher, but everybody went to pick it up, and Tony is going to be safe on first. And he's going to stay there as Dunkel picks up the baseball. Didn't get away from him very much. So Tony wisely stayed on first. Now Jocinda, her batting average is at 500 after the single last time up. Looks at ball one. Now looking at the 1-0 pitch. Gonna be inside for ball two. We don't have speed on the base paths right now with Tony. Jocinda's even slower. She looks at strike one there, and it's 2-1 with one out. Bottom of the third. Monsters lead 4-0. And make it 3-1 on that low outside ball. Now the 3-1 pitch. Low and outside again for ball four. Now we got runners on first and second with one out. Again, and it was just unlucky placement of the ball for Ahmed Khan. Now here's his little brother Amir. He's 1 for 1, hitting .333 on the playoffs. Puts this one in play as well. And it should be two. Jocinda out at second, and Amir out by a step and a half on first. So the Monsters threaten the score, but cannot as they go down. Now, Julie Dunkel, her second at bat against Sanchez. Puts the ball in play on a bunt. Pablo throws it to Ahmed in time for out number one. So she struck out looking the first time out. Tried to put the ball in play, could not, or did, excuse me, but not for a hit. Now Stan Olafson, that is a high fly ball, left center field. Keisha on the move, and that is gone. Goodbye perfecto, goodbye no-hitter, and goodbye shutout as Stan Olafson hits that ball 392 feet. Just scraped by the wall, but it is enough to make it 4-1. Now Zion Estrada up to bat. Pablo needs to shake it off and refocus here. Oh, meatball down the plate, and that is a high fly ball right center field, gone. Back to back jacks for the Minty Pickles, and all of a sudden the lead is cut in half. Again, Pablo was dealing for the first 3 1/3 innings, and then a wall scraper. This one goes 509 feet out of the ballpark. That one was a no-doubter. And now after back-to-back home runs, Henry Deshays comes up to bat. And he goes first pitch swinging, fouls it off, and we're looking at 0-1 now. Pablo really needs to figure something out here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Looked at for strike two, now 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Looking. And here it is. Deshays puts it in play on a bunt. Pablo picks it up in time for out number 2. So the 2 outs were gifts on bunt plays. And now, with 2 outs in the 4th inning, Zena Fromm steps up to bat. The third baseman now looking against Pablo. She puts this one in play. And it gets past Jocinda, falls in front of Keisha. Keisha misplays it. And finally picks up the ball at the wall. And this is going to be safe. Just safe. And now we throw the ball away. My gosh, what are we doing? I know we were trying to cheese it. Ahmed wasn't ready. And instead of having a runner on second, instead of a runner on second with 2 outs, there's a runner on third because we tried to cheese the system and it did not pay out well for us. Still 2 outs, though, so we can get out of the inning with minimal damage, or Green can tie it up with 1 swing. He swung on and missed on that one, though, so it's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Called for strike 2 on the lower corner of the strike zone. The 0-2 pitch from Sanchez. Swung and missed by Green for strike 3. And we get out of the inning, but 2 runs come across the plate. Now Kenny, he's 2 for 2 for the day. Looks at ball 1. Kenny now looks at ball 2. That's high and away. Dunkel has 2 walks on her name, 1 strikeout at 40 pitches now. Kenny swings and misses for strike 1. At this point, you're looking to just put the ball in play or just take until she throws a strike. There's a strike. Kenny swings and misses for strike 2, however. And now you're looking to put the ball in play. Just inside for ball 3. The count runs full. Full count pitch. And that's laced to the second baseman, and he is going to throw it in time for out number 1. Bottom of the 4th now, 1 out for Pete Wheeler, who's 2 for 2 on the day with 2 singles. Nobody on the base paths, though, so he can run if he gets a hold of it. That's going to be inside for ball 1. And that's going to be high and inside for ball number 2. 2-0 now for Wheeler. Playing third today. He's played third all season. Looks outside for ball 3. 3-0. Not going to have the green light here. And he's going to look at ball 4. So Pete draws a walk to keep this inning alive with only 1 out. And, of course, we're going to put Pete in motion now with Stephanie Morgan up to bat. And she's going to look at ball 1. That was not even close. That ball goes into center field, but the center fielder backs it up beautifully, holding Pete to just 1 stolen base. So Pete standing on second now for Stephanie. We've seen this all the time between the two. And Stephanie puts this ball in play. It goes to the shortstop in time for out number 2. Routine ground ball. Pete wasn't going to test anything, and now we have Pablo Sanchez up to bat. Pablo puts a charge into this one. He's looking to get those runs back, and he will. That ball is long gone. Home run, Pablo Sanchez. He gave up 2 in the top of the inning. He gets those runs right back by himself on a 2-run shot here in the bottom of the 4th. 6-2 now the score. And Keisha fouls that one straight back. And again, with 2 outs, we do damage, scoring 2 runs there. Keisha looks at ball number 1. 1-1 with 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th. Swung on and missed, and now it's 1-2. And now Zena Fromm will pitch. The pitch count was getting high for Julie Dunkel. And Keisha, first pitch swinging by the new one. High fly ball, center field, and caught for out number 3. We do get the runs back, however, and lead 6-2. Now Colleen Clinker up to bat for the Pickles. Top of the 5th. Pickles down by 4. Here's the 0-1. Or, that was the 0-0 pitch. Swung on a miss. Now it's 0-1. Now here's the true 0-1's called strike 2. 0-2 for Pablo. His pitch count's looking good at 35 pitches with 5 strikeouts. The 0-2. Clinker puts the ball in play on a bunt. Pablo picks it up, throws it to Ahmed in time for out number 1. Leah Wayne now stepping up for the Pickles. And fouls that one, way foul, but hard hit ball. First strike number 1. Pablo looking for a sign. Deals. That one is laced left field. Amir is there in time, however, for out number 2. Now Chad Copel up to bat, the left fielder. Pablo's feeling himself now as Copel puts the bunt on for strike number 1. Interesting. And swung on and fouled back. And now it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Foul, or in play, stays on the chalk line. Pablo throws it in time for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down that inning for the Pickles. And now Ahmed Khan looking to do more damage here in the bottom of the 5th. Already lead 6-2. And he hits his first hit of the World Series. Single laced up the middle. You know, last couple times he's had not issues, just unlucky, but able to get that one down. And Tony fouls that one straight back. He's 1 for 2 today. Ahmed Khan on first with nobody out. Here's the 0-1, now 1-1 as Tony looks at the ball low and outside. The 1-1 is a ground ball up to the shortstop. Over to second for 1 and to first for a double play. Twin killing. And now Jocinda Smith will step up to bat. Can we do more damage here? 2 outs. That's a high fly ball. Dead center, however. And not going to be caught, so Jocinda's going to be safe. And she started to go for second and just barely gets back in time. Although the first baseman did drop the ball. So, looking at this, Amir Khan looking to do damage. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. And fly ball, left field, and off the wall, just short of Amir's first non-power-up home run. And he is going to juke everybody and get to second base on that double. So now second and third for the leadoff man, Kenny Kawaguchi. 2 for 3 today. And he pops this one up, and it is going to be caught for out number 3. So Julie Dunkel now playing third. She was the pitcher for most of this ballgame. 0 for 2 today. Fouls that one straight back on a bunt attempt for strike number 1. Now here's the 0-1. Bunt in play. Pablo throws it to Ahmed in time for out number 1. Stan Olafson. He broke up the perfecto in the 4th with a solo shot. And that was a wall scraper. Pablo looking for his revenge. That one is laced, however, right to Stephanie. Plays it on a hop to Ahmed for out number 2. So great play by the defense. And now Zion Estrada, who went back-to-back with Olafson. Puts this one in play. Past everybody. Stephanie picks it up in time for out number 3. And the Crazy Monsters pick up game 1 with a 6-2 final score. So let's go ahead and look at it, we lead the series 1-0. That's going to do it for this episode, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the play-by-play a little bit more. I will do it for the rest of the series. I will see you in the next one. Peace.